There are all kinds of programs available that are specifically designed to create test questions and question pools and surveys and that kind of thing. So you don't have to create your questions for your test right in Blackboard. You can use something like ExamView, which I have open here. There's also Test Generator and there's Easy Test Maker, and I'm sure a number of you are using something completely different than that as well. They all basically work the same. You create your questions and your tests in a program like this, and then you export that out to your computer, where later on you go to your Blackboard course and then import that test into your Blackboard course. So I'm just going to demonstrate how easy that is to do. I've got a little test here created called Country Music. I only have 5 questions in it. They all happen to be multiple choice questions, but ExamView gives you the option to create a variety of different question types, just like you saw in Blackboard. There are all the different types of questions that you can do in ExamView. The thing to remember is before you export this out of ExamView to your computer, you should make sure that you have all of the questions set up just the way that you want them to perform later on when you import that into Blackboard. For example, I'm going to go in and edit this question and just have a look at the information on the question. And I see that I have a 1-point value on that, so you could change that now if you wanted to. I've got it listed as easy, and I've got a couple of metadata search words in there so that later on in Blackboard I can search my question pools according to, if I wanted to look for all the country music questions, I could just type that in as a topic and search that way. Okay, so make sure that your test is set up the way you want it. I've created the questions, I've chosen the correct answer, all of that stuff. So now I'm ready to export this test out of ExamView into my computer. So I click on File and then click on Export, and the one that I want to choose, the format is for Blackboard 7.1 Plus. So that's the format for all versions of Blackboard at 7.1 or higher, and we are currently using 9.1. So that's the one I want, and I'm going to call it Country Music. Don't need the test on the end of it, just Country Music. Save it that way. And again, it's going to create a zipped up test package. It's going to ask me for a name of that. So I just want to call it Country Music. I don't have to put any description in it. I'm going to leave all the formatting just as the default settings. And it's going to ask me for an image directory as well. Again, I'm going to call it the very same thing and say OK. And boom, that's it. Now I'm done with ExamView, and I can show you for sure that that has been saved on my computer, because there's my folder with tests, and there's my countrymusic.zip file right there. That's the one that I'm going to import into Blackboard. So now I'm in my Blackboard course, and I would like to import that test in. And the way you do that is to go down to the control panel, click on Test Surveys and Pools, click on Tests, and import a test. And then I'm going to browse out to my computer to find that. There it is. It's the zip folder that you want. So I can just double click on that and say Submit. And it says Test Import Complete. The package has been processed. So if I click once again on Test Surveys and Pools and Tests, now I can see that my country music test has been brought into Blackboard. It has not been deployed yet, but I can easily do that up in my content area by clicking on the place where I want to put this test. And let's put it right here. So I create an assessment, click on Test, choose Country Music, and Submit. And now I'm at the screen where I would set up all of those options. I could make that link available to my students. I could set multiple attempts if I wanted to, but by default it just goes to the one single attempt. So I'm going to leave that. Everything else looks good. I'm going to give the student a chance to see the answers that they submitted, maybe even the correct answers. And I'm going to give them the questions one at a time and submit. And there on your content area is your country music test all ready to go. And that's how easy it is to create a test in a program like ExamView and then import it into your Blackboard course. Thank you.